I bleed tonight if I am sad tonight? I don't have a job to find, and if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, good evening, folks. We're here tonight. Wotail, that's right, Miller Family Trucking eSports Wotail Series. And we have got our heat race number 1 here hooked up to my control so I can tell y'all what the grid is here. Got up on top here so far. Right. Well, for some reason SDK don't want to bring up the grid. I'll just tell you who's out there. Eric Stewart's out front. Travis Sinclair there starting in second. Camden Johnston up in third. Braswell starting in fourth. You got Hines there in fifth. Yarborough up in sixth. Mills there in seventh. And Andrew Thorpe going to round out the 8th place spot. Remember, top 3 go to the feature. Bryce, it has been a good series so far.
Yeah, it definitely has. You know, I'm new to this dirt series, still learning, but these drivers, man, they prove me they teach me a lot, and looking forward to see what they can do tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're here live tonight. Miller Family Trucking eSports Wotail Series. That's where we got the pro late models here. Starts, green flag flies, heat race 1. Live on OSR Network on YouTube, Facebook, but we also got you on Miller Family Esports on the Facebook side, dirtfan.com, Facebook, and UDTV, and they're already ground and pounding up front.
Yeah, the 033 of Nathan Yarbrough got in the wall heading into turn number 1 as everyone is still single filed out. They are still riding the high line. So the high line is going to be the prevalent line here beginning of these races here.
It is, and right now single file, you got Stewart, St. Clair there, and Braswell, the top 3. Remember, that's the transfer. Camden Johnson right now sitting back and forth. We got a battle for the lead. Looks like tried on the inside. St. Clair did the slide job. Not going to happen. Stewart's there back on him.
Yeah, and now allows the second place driver of Stewart to get back up in that high line. Now there's a battle again on the first position. Now you can battle on for second between St. Clair and Braswell. St. Clair takes now the lead. Does a slide job. Now Stewart is going to cross him back over. Regains the lead.
Man, they are back and forth for that top transfer spot. This is danger, too, because, if any one of these guys gets into each other up here in wrecks, guess what? They got back there in fourth place spot singing and going, hey, appreciate it, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right now, good one.
Yeah. Really good heat race so far. Everyone's able to race cleanly. The top 3 drivers in the transfer spot are starting to pull away from the field as there a pass for second between St. Clair and Braswell. And it's like
he was able to get away from him a little bit there.
I definitely was. Had a big moment with St. Clair. St. Clair was able to gather it back up and head back down the back straightaway. Now they're on the front stretch heading into turn number 1.
Yeah, we got 3 to go. The problem is that put actually St. Clair back there in the clutches of Yarbrough. Yarbrough right now on the back end of him. Going to see if he can't get that last transfer spot. Still, everybody's up on that cushion. They're going to be up there wall riding all night long.
Yep, we're still at 2 to go in this heat race. The third position, the transfer spot between St. Clair and Yarbrough. Yarbrough is starting to pull away, or St. Clair, starting to pull away from the 4th place driver of Yarbrough.
Yeah, so far the top 3. Stewart looking good out front. He's got a little bit of breathing room, so white flag flies. Braswell's there. St. Clair's going to see if he can't close in, but I think it's all going to be Stewart, Braswell, and St. Clair, the top 3. What a finish to this on our heat race number 1.
Absolutely is. The leader of Derek Stewart had a little issue in the backstretch. Doesn't matter, though. He's able to come across the line and wins the stage. And it looks like the top 3 are Derek Stewart, James Braswell, and Travis St. Clair all transfer on to the feature tonight.
Nice, man. That's a good heat race right there to kick us off here tonight. Well, we're going to scoot it on over here to heat race number 2. Get the grid to work this time. No. I'm hitting the button and it ain't working.
Yeah, my stuff's slowing down too. My
SDK sometimes.
Race Labs, my SDK, everything's running slow.
Yeah, we had problems like that, I think, back in the other ones, but sometimes it has a good night, sometimes it had bad, but at least we got the ticker rolling. Well, we'll tell you, we got Ethan Toder out front in this one, Josh Fuller there in second, Dylan Hauser up in third, Dustin Lander there in fourth, Austin Sessions in fifth, Tyler Ulicki there in sixth, Dye sitting in seventh, and Coy Roberts up in the 8th place spot. As heat race number 2, now remember the top 3 again in this one, go to that feature. Man, it was a good race on that first one, though.
Yeah, it definitely was. A lot of early action later on. A lot of the leader made a mistake on the backstretch. Hopefully these drivers here keep a little more cleaner than that, but here we go. We're going to green.
Yeah, got that. What's up, Lancer? Hey, Lance, how you doing out there? See, you got pulling for Austin Sessions. All right, well, right now, pro man himself, he's sitting in 5th. Got a little work to do, and boy, they almost jumped the start. They had to back out of it there because the leader was like, hey, hang on a minute, guys.
You go and I go.
That's right. Battle up front. Here comes Hauser. He's on the inside, but he's getting tucked up behind by Fuller. The biggest battle's going on back here around 4th and 5th place spot.
Yeah, it's like the top 3 drivers trying to pull away the battle, like you said, is for the 4th and 5th position. And as they say that, here we go. We got Dustin Lander and Austin Sessions. Austin Sessions able to take over from Tyson. As we got beaten and banging, one's in the wall on the backstretch.
That actually was Hauser. Hauser got up in the wall just a little bit, and Sessions is going to sit up there and take that away from him. Throws a slide job up underneath him, gets up into that final transfer spot, puts Fuller. My bad, it was Fuller got in problems. Fuller now battling it out. That's the last transfer spot between the third place Sessions and Fuller.
Yes, Sessions able to rip the high line, able to pass, overtake the Fuller. They're on the high line. Everyone's still racing that cushion on the top here, Joe.
Yes, it is. Right now, Toter's the man out front leading the way. He is walking away pretty good in the sunset. You got Hauser, Sessions right now hanging on to the top three, and then Fuller outside looking in. Uliki right here also in the fifth place spot. I always say with his picture on the screen, he looked pretty serious right now. But you got Dyer there. Dyer back at 6th, Lander in 7th, Roberts there in 8th. But in Fuller, can he make something happen and get up out of that third place spot?
Fuller's going to have a lot of work to do. He's currently 1.7. Or not, have it back. He's about 6/10 seconds behind the transfer spot. And it looks like they're heading into turn number 1. Everyone's still ripping the high lane. The second groove has not come in yet. So everyone has, if they're going to try something, it's going to be a risk.
I'm going to tell you what, this track must be awful dry because they're kicking up a lot of dirt clogs out there. I don't know if you remember what dirt clogs are back in the day, but look like they're kicking them up all over the place. Look at that.
Yeah, very, very dry slick. I think that's what they would say.
Yeah, that's what it looks like because they're kicking up an awful lot of dirt. But you know, from here, and I know it's just a visual thing, look at how you can see how the front end of these cars, they almost dig into the dirt.
Especially when they load up on the right side of the car when they're going through the turns. It definitely does look like they're digging in the ground.
Yeah, maybe that's what's kicking it up. But out of 4, here we go. Toter's going to be the man. Actually, down the back stretch 2 more times around here on the final lap. Toter's the man out front. Hauser there in 2nd. Sessions going to hang on to 3rd. That's going to bring us concluded to heat race number 2. Heat race number 3. Got Jacob Fields out front, Cameron Cormer there in 2nd, Austin Rapp going to hang out in 3rd, Matthew Selby starting 4th, Robbie Butchum up in the 5th, Trevor Fritz there in 6th, Josh Anders in 7th, and Brent Carey around out the 8th place spot. As remember the top 3 in this one, right to that feature.
You not want to be run through the alphabet, I can tell you that.
No, you do not. Let us know who your favorite drivers are out there and hit those likes and shares. I know the league definitely appreciate it. Like I said, we're live over here at OSR Network on YouTube and Facebook. But hey, we're also live on Miller Family eSports on there, dirtfan.com. And yeah, I throw it on the UDTV because, man, you got to have Wotail out there too for them. So got to appreciate old Brett, man. I was talking to him earlier before the race. I know he's up there, might be playing Crash Car or something. I don't know what he's likes playing at Wreckfest a lot, which is probably what I need to be playing because that's about the only way I'm going to get around the track. Never wreck everything. I just have to go green.
I like that game. It's a very fun game to play when you're raging at iRacing.
I need to find some friends to play with it, though.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to get friends on that game. Green flag is out.
Yeah, and battle on for 3rd place at transfer spot. You got never mind, Selby said I'll go from 3rd to 1st, and he does.
Yeah. Now we got the leader of Jacob Fields ripping the high line. Now we got we got Shelby fighting back on the inside. He can regain that position as Fields and take the momentum on the high side heading to number 1.
Yeah, Selby right there, man, on the low line, and that's the first time we've seen anybody with a low line be able to hold with anybody up top. Car in the wall in the back. Oh, that's Coimer, man. He is all over the place. We were watching that live. He caught the wall and then tried to make a new way around the track.
Yeah, he looks like he ran the wall and got so much traction on that rear wall, it launched him up in the air, and it's like he did the old Fast and Furious flip car.
That's it. Boom. Done. Fields the man out front, 007 himself. Selby there sitting in 2nd. You got Fitz up in 3rd place. Butchum outside looking in, so he's got another shot here as he's sitting back there in 4th.
And most definitely Fitz needs a good restart here behind 3rd place. Excuse me, of Fritz. I mean, Fritz is now in 3rd, excuse me, Buchanan.
Yeah.
My side hasn't updated yet.
Yeah,
There he goes.
It'll get up.
So as I was saying, Buchanan will need a good restart here behind Fritz to get into this feature tonight. Race control just warning the drivers not to pass for the restart zone.
Careful. All right, here we go. Green flag. Back at it again. Fields back out front. And you got Selby right there on that bottom line. He's using that middle groove. Is that something that might come into play here later on tonight?
I definitely believe so. Now he's trying the bottom line. It's like he's going to lose the momentum. The 007 of Jacob Fields able to keep the momentum on the high side. However, he has been making issues in turn number 1. He has been getting into the wall. And he's been a flat side in that right side of that car, not tail having it like he was last week.
No, it ain't. But right now, it still looks like the high line might be the dominant place to be for the moment. But boy, Selby is trying to prove us wrong as he is down there on the low end, but just cannot get that drive coming off the turn. Now he's got Fitz back there to deal with. As Buchanan sitting back there going, guys, y'all keep doing this, I might slip up here. Me and my cool shades.
Yeah, definitely. Buchanan right now, he is trying to make sure we got trouble. The second place car and Fritz are tangled up. That's gonna
no!
That's gonna take Buchanan to second place.
And it puts Selby way back out, back in 8th. Are you kidding me? He was way back up there. We just talked about Buchanan. He was back there sitting in 4th going, hey, next thing you know, he's up in 2nd.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good move by Buchanan to miss all of that altercation on track. However, Fritz is now sitting pretty in that transfer spot as we have to go all the way down to 8th place with Matthew Shelby.
We do, so he's going to have to run the alphabet unless he can get back here, unless these guys keep beating and banging, because now Fitz is outside looking in and carries the man up in 3rd. Boy, it's just like it's a seesaw battle for whoever's going to get that final transfer spot.
Yep, 1 lap to go in heat race number 3. As we see now, we got Brent carried and now in the transfer spot with Fritz still battling on the inside.
Yeah.
As we
Going to get it.
It looks like Carey's going to take the last transfer spot into the feature.
Well, I tell you what, man. I tell you what, Bryce, it's been a good one so far as we head off into heat race number 4. These guys are beating and banging. That was a wild one there, but we got Jason Salter up here out front in this one. Shane Haynes there starting in 2nd. Chance Carr there in 3rd. Jason Korn up in 4th. Jeremy Parker starting in 5th. Scott Smith in 6th. And Joseph Bean is going to be in the 7th place spot starting on this one. Again, top 3 here in heat race 4. George, I see you out there skipping like a rock on lake. I hear you. 007 still for sale. I don't know. I didn't know he was for sale out there. I'll get Bryce on that. Bryce, man, look, the 007 still on sale, man.
Man, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't know he was for sale to begin with, but I'm sure James Bond would like it.
That's what I'm talking about. Who knows? Your guess is as good as ours up here. Pace trucks in. They're going to do that slow march. That's one thing about Williams Grove. It's almost like Talladega. You got a long march to get to the start-finish line.
Yeah, here in Port Royal and Williams Grove are kind of the same track, I feel like.
Yeah. Green flag. Salter, he's shot out right now, but outside of him, you got Haynes and Carr. They're going to battle it out for 2nd, 3rd. Orange, the man outside looking in. He's hoping that they actually maybe mess up just a little bit. He's got his hands full with Parker, though.
Yeah, definitely. Parker right now on a great start, dropping back down to 5th. Korn right now, he is in fighting still with 5th for that, heading up to that 3rd final transfer spot. The top 3 right now are starting to pull away. We got the 1 of Jason Korn, the 54, of Scott Smith, the 6, the 40 of Jeremy Parker are all battling for that final transfer spot.
Yeah, they're back there in that 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot. We're watching this 2nd place here because the top 3 now are kind of breaking away from 4th place. The problem is they're up here battling, and we've done seen time and time again tonight battling, and the leader's in the wall. Carr, that's actually not Carr, excuse me, that was Haynes. up in the wall there a little bit. He falls all the way from the lead all the way back to third place. Still a battle for second.
Yeah, as we see, a lot of cars are now having issues running that top line. It's starting to slick off. You see more of these cars trying to take out that bottom and mid line. But here we go. We got Chase Carr taking the lead from Sean Haynes, Jason Salter on the 10 car on the outside. Still making a little wall contact. We got that's Sean Haynes taking the lead.
Yep.
So still
well,
Carr?
Carr actually took the lead. He's still in
That's
the lead.
right.
Haynes is down low, down there trying that low line. We've seen a couple guys early on trying the middle lane, but it's not working. You see Salter up there in the high side. He's in third. Now you see Corn, man, getting a little bit of traction, seeing if he can't run down Salter for the final transfer spot.
All that Salter needs to do is keep it clean, and Corn will run out of time. We got 3 to go left in this heat.
Oh, yeah. Well, we say that right now he's popping. Let's hope he don't turn into some popcorn if he keeps doing what he's doing. But he is definitely hot on the track, and he's back in that fourth place spot. He wants that transfer spot so he doesn't have to run the numbers here and go into consolation and make it even harder to get into the feature. But right now, he's like I want to see him battle for the lead. You got Carr and Haynes side by side.
Carr's able to keep the lead from Haynes. They're still battling into turn number 1. Them two are able to get it figured out. Now we got the 1 of Jason Corn trying to slide job the 10 of Jason Salter. It's not going to happen. Salter shuts the door, crosses him over, and now he regains third spot, final transfer spot.
Man, he tried it one time, couldn't get the traction, and Salters is going to hang on to the final transfer with Haynes in second, car leading in here for heat race number 4. But Corn did what he had to do, tried that inside groove, wasn't able to make it stick. We got C-main time here. Yarborough out front, Anders there in second, Johnson up in the third, Fitz in fourth, Hines starting in fifth, Rapp there in sixth, Thorpe starting in seventh, Coimer up in eighth, and Mills in ninth. And message saying, for the feature race, we will do a missing man formation. A longtime supporter of Eric's staff lost his father this past week, Ted Scaff, and he was laid to rest yesterday. So, man, definitely keep your thoughts and prayers out there for Eric and the family. I always hate to hear that. It's always sad, man, to leave, lose a parent, lose any loved one for that matter. And we'll definitely have our thoughts and prayers out there for Eric. And top 6 to the feature, so a few more guys are going to be able to get it to the feature here tonight. So that's actually going to put Hines back in the final transfer spot.
We got 8 laps in the C main. 8 positions to go.
Green flag, and you already see back here, he got a wad of machines all the way back to that 6th place spot where Thorpe and Fitz are sitting in the final transfer.
As we see right now, Rapp and Mills still battling for that final transfer spot. Rapp right now is in that final transfer spot. Carmer's the outside of the guy looking in. As everyone's starting to get single filed out. Not really any big battles as I say that. We got battle developing right now for the 7th and 8th position.
Yeah, back behind him, Thorpe right now is a man where you focus on him right here. He's in that final transfer spot hanging on. You talk about the battle behind him. That's actually Rapp and Coimer. They don't want to go home, but right now they're looking like it on the outside. But they got to watch this battle here because at any time these guys could get into each other. And very much, hey, they're in the show. We talk about it week in and week out here, Bryce. You're in the show. What do? Do you sit here and try to get even more? I know you want to see what your car can do, but you also risk in getting into each other and then end up being out of the show and going home.
It's definitely a risk trying to go all out, especially for your alphabet runs. But man, you almost have to go all out to get into the transfer spots.
Right now, you got Anders right here hanging on to 4th. You got Thorpe hanging on to 5th. You got Fitz hanging on to that final transfer spot.
But it looks like everyone's starting to get single filed out. Not really, as I say that, Fritz and Rapp are able to, it's like we got one really sideways heading off the 4.
Yeah, Fitz right now. He is out. Oh, he was inside looking in. Now he's outside looking in. You got Mills as the man that took over the final transfer spot.
A good move by Daniel Mills as they push Fritz out on the outside looking in. He's ahead down the front stretch, battling at turn number 1. We're 3 wide right now for second and third place. And it looks like Johnson is able to get a little bit of contact, and now they're battling for the lead. There's a 33 of Yarborough is able to start pulling away.
Yep, you got Yarborough out front, Johnson there in second, Hines hanging on the third. Like you said, those top 3 battling out. White flag one more time. Who's going to hang on to this final transfer spot? Mills has got it. Is Fitz going to have it? As he's got 2 more turns to hang on to. No, Fitz tried. He got in the wall. Looks like Haynes is going to, or excuse me, Mills. I said Haynes, but Mills is going to, oh, I'll say that. Yeah, he's going to come across the line sideways. Wow, what a finish.
Do what you have to do.
Man. That was wild, wasn't it, Bryce?
It definitely was. That was a do what you have to do moment.
Yeah, in line. But B-main time, we got Josh Fuller out front, Jason Korn starting in second, Uliki there in third, Smith up in fourth, Dye starting in fifth, Parker in sixth, Robertson seventh. We got Beam hanging on in the 8th, Lander there in 9th, and Selby in the top 10. So B-main time, and I'm going to say the top 6 again are going to go to the feature in this one. And then we got a little warm-up, and then we go into the feature tonight.
Looking forward to the feature tonight. If the heat race is any indication how this feature is going to go, I'm really looking forward to that.
Williams Grove has been a very good racy style track so far.
Definitely is, but we're at Port Royal.
Oh, my bad. So I got them backwards. Sorry, folks. We're at Port Royal on this one, that we got Williams Grove next. My bad.
Yeah, for the supers.
And actually, if you look at it, both tracks look about the same.
Yeah, so yeah. I saw
Maybe
that.
that's what threw me off. They both look. Now I think Williams Grove is a tad longer.
I think
Is
you're onto something there.
These tracks do look about the same, though, don't they?
Yeah, I think they
Wow,
are about
that's
half
why I
miles
was.
each.
That's why I was like, My bad with Port Royal, but here we go. It's been a racy one so far. Green flag B main, biggest battles going on. They're side by side for second on back.
Yeah, so we're starting to see drivers right now taking that bottom line as we got a battle for second place between Korn and Ulicki. As we got Korn on right hiding the outside, Ulicki's going to have the momentum on the inside. And the high lines, it's like the high line's starting to slick off, the middle line is starting to come back into play.
Yeah, we're seeing that now. We said it was going to be high line mostly, but here you see that middle. And look at this back here for 6th, 7th place spot. You have got Parker outside in the wall. No, they hang on to it. Those guys were all glued together. Lander was the man hanging on to that final transfer spot in 6th, but he's got Dyer and company there behind him. Then if they can't jump up there and get to that 6th place spot. Selby, though, sitting in 5th. Boy, I don't know if you saw that a little earlier. Them guys back there were tagging each other.
Yeah, they definitely were. Those cars, some of them are going to be really damaged for this rest of this heat race, or this B main. It's like everyone start able to get her back up and going. As we have Jordan Dye right now heading in 7th place, the last car. He's the first car outside the transfer spot, and it's like he's starting to lose some ground at the driver in 6th place of Lander.
Yep, and you got Dyer right now outside looking in. I know he doesn't want to go home, but if he sits where he's at, his night is done. You got Roberts, Beam, and Parker all outside looking in. Meanwhile, it's all Josh Fuller out front leading this one. You got Uliki right there behind him. They got a pretty good, comfortable lead. Korn hanging on the 3rd. Scott Smith right here, though, he's getting battled a little bit, called Mr. Smurf himself. He's up in 4th. Selby there in 5th. And the final transfer, Lander, who is he's got some breathing room. You ain't got to worry about Roberts quite yet.
I think Roberts is starting to run out of time right now. He got 2 laps to go left in this B main. And it doesn't look like we still got drivers ripping the high line, but man, that high line's starting to slick off.
Yeah, right. And you got a battle right now. This is kind of odd to see these two guys try to battle up here, but this is for the 4th and 5th place spot. Selby and Smith right there. You got Landers right behind him. White flag. Don't want to mess anything up. You're in the show right now. Last thing you'd want to do is in the final turns hit each other and then you're out.
I definitely don't want to do that.
No, they don't. Looks like it's going to be Fuller, Uliki, Selby, Smith, and Korn. And Lander's going to hang on to that final transfer spot. Wow. What a B-main.
Absolutely was. Looking forward to what the future has in store.
All right, we'll put it over here. A little bit of warm up here, folks, for a few minutes. Let you watch the sights and sounds of some of these cars around. We'll be right back here in just a few. All right, folks, that was the warm-up there. Hope you enjoyed it. Guys out there getting a little geared up here as we got feature time tonight. 40 laps on the board here. Port Royal 24 the best out front. Stewart's going to bring them to the green. But got a lot of guys, and some of them, Selby back here in 18th spot. Something to look forward, something to look at. Is he going to be able to come through the field here tonight? We've not seen a lot of guys been able to pass too much here on this track.
Since right now the track is still a single groove track most of the time, it's really hard, like you said, to pass, and people got to take a risk on the inside to even make an attempt to pass. And man, I'm looking forward to see what these drivers can do.
Yeah, so Stewart out front. 24 of these guys, man. It's going to be a good one. They got plenty of room here, and we've already starting to see the low and middle lane come in. Oh, Blake Majulis out there. What's going on, Blake? Trace, how you doing? Michelle out there, what's going on? How y'all doing tonight? Lance said it's been last two last chance races have been pretty good.
They definitely have.
Well, right now, again, we talk about coming through this field, but first up, well, we don't have a 4 wide salute, but we're going to have that.
They are going to do a 4 wide salute with the front.
Okay, so we're going to do 4 wide. Oh, we are going to do it. I know last week we didn't do it for this one.
Yeah.
Oh? Oh? Still too wide.
There they go.
Lining them up. There we go. And I think more of anything, this is going to be a missing man formation is what they're doing along with the 4 wide salute. But, as always, what we like to say, 5 years ago, Wotel Group formed, now known as the Miller Family Truck and Esports League, with over 1,700 iRacing members and one of the oldest iRacing sanctioned series. The drivers and staff of the Wotel Group, I'd like to thank you and the fans for watching at home here on OSR Network. And the driver salutes you and the fans with a 4 wide salute. So, grab your friends, share out the broadcast. It's going to be a barn burner here, as that was a quick one. But again, our thoughts and prayers tonight. Longtime supporter Eric, I hope I say his last name, Staff, I think it is. Lost his father, Ed, out there, and laid him to rest yesterday. So, hate to see that. And I hate to hear it, as always, but I think they might do a missing man formation here along with the 4 wide salute.
Never seen one of these before, so really curious how this is going to look.
Well, normally with a missing man, what they'll do is they'll have one spot missing. Right now, it's a 4 wide salute that they got, and this is a tribute to the fans. What I just wrote off there, and yes, it's awesome spectacle just to see all 4 wide. But a missing man pretty much is they'll leave a spot open. They'll line up and they'll leave a spot in formation open. And matter of fact, right there you see it. The top 3 are 3. So that's what I'm talking about. If you look at here at the top, we're going to the front. There's the missing man out front. It's 4 wide all the way back, but it's 3 wide up top. So the missing car out front. This is a tribute for Eric and his family. Hope y'all are watching out there. If you are, our thoughts and prayers are out to you. And losing a family member, especially a mother, father, dad, and all that. It's a tough thing to go through. And I've been through it at my younger age, and something you just don't want to have to go through, but everybody does at one point. But we want our thoughts and prayers out there to him. Hopefully this race here maybe kind of give him a little bit of happiness for the day. It has been some good racing so far.
Yeah, it definitely has. Everything from the first heat race to the B main have been nothing but great. And looking forward to see how these featured drivers able to get her going. 40 laps is the distance tonight around this half-mile Port Royal, Pennsylvania track.
Yeah. We go. Pace trucks in. Green flag flies. As you already see them, they're going to double them up side by side. It's been a very good racy track so far. Let's see who gets to jump out front. Right now it's all Stewart, but Fields is down low. Remember somebody earlier said, is the 007 for sale? Well, I don't see a for sale sign on there. Maybe they're speaking of is because it's all black and he doesn't have a sponsor. Maybe that's what they're talking about sale is. Somebody needs to put a sponsor on that thing.
I like where your mind's heading on that. Meanwhile, he's battling for the first place position with Stewart, and Fields able a little bit of contact right there. Now they're 3 wide for the lead. Stewart right now is in the lead. A little bit of contact between the 119. That's Toter. And we got the 007 of Jacob Fields right now. Able to, and then we get the Highline. Someone right now is ripping the Highline. That's Jacob Fields.
Yeah, you got Stewart, Fields, and right behind them, Braswell, Toter. They were almost 4 wide there for a moment. Well, what one better way to try to get? Oh, cars around the back. Oh, Dylan Hauser involved. We got mayhem back here, and
put cars upside down.
Yeah, we got go back on the replay, see if we can decipher out what happened. Maybe riding here with Thorpe. Oh, it actually happened in front of Thorpe. Oh. Dylan Hauser. Oh, it happened with Hauser and another machine, and the two's upside down. Hauser's going spinning. Hope he ain't in VR. If not, he's going to be all like, we got several cars upside down, dead turtles. Man, got 3 of them on the track. And one just got punted.
Red flag conditions.
Yeah, red flag. You're right. Well, before that accident, what I was about to say is, what better way to try to get your a sponsor out there than have a win or a good finish here tonight? And so far, looking strong, that 007. So, yeah, Bryce, there you go, man. Throw the blue crest on there. I'm saying, look, man, I own the league, and boom, there you go.
Actually, I don't own the lead. I'll have to get the
sponsor. You owned the league. I thought you owned the league.
I do not own the league. I am the content director for that league.
Oh, okay.
I say my league because it's just easier to say. But I don't own the league.
But Daniel out here in the chat says, Schultz says, didn't he have a for sale sign on it last week? I could be thinking of someone else. The same wrap just had a for sale sign on it as well. You know what? I don't recall. As again, when we go back green here, they have this unique lineup here. It's the Delaware.
We're double.
There you go. I don't know why I can't remember that, man, from week to week, but
Dixie double, Delaware double.
Dixie double, Delaware double. You got it. I'm not sure. I've always known Jacobs to really have a black car. Maybe he is trying to get a spot. I don't know, or hopefully it's not one of those paint glitch things to where he does actually have a paint thing and trading paints and just being crazy and don't want to show it up. I've had that happen. You have to like save it in like 16-bit instead of 32 or something. It's weird. But
tell you what, that is an intimidating car. You see that in rearview mirror. You see that all black car coming. Gives off that Dale Earnhardt vibes.
There you go. Like I say, man, get your bluegrass, man. I mean, you know.
Well,
I thought you would own her. That's why I thought you said you would own her. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. No worries. But I don't know if our league is going to want to sponsor someone in this league, because our Bluegrass iRacing series has a pro late model series as well, and this is going to go head to head with this one. So I don't know if they're going to want conflicting sponsors.
More the merrier.
Oh yeah.
All right, man, Jacob, you can put my logo on there. How much you want? I buy you a big bang.
I'll buy you a case of beer if you're old enough.
You might like his better than mine. I don't drink, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll buy you some candy cigarettes. How's that?
There you go.
Back in the day. Oh, Lord of mercy. We'll have a bidding war up here. Who's going to get the best food out? You know? He's like, look, when y'all get to caviar, let me know, all right?
When you get to the lobster and the steaks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. When y'all start getting into that, hey, I'll listen. All right, here we go, lining them up here. That Delaware double restart. Hope everybody's appreciating and loving the race so far. It's been good. Guys out here from the Miller Family Truck and Esports Wotail Series here tonight. Pro late models. This is race 2 of the season, by the way, as we're already into the Pro Series season. We had a little later start for the Pro lates here this season. So this is race 2, and I think we're in race number 4, I believe, in the Pro lates. I'd have to go double check, but I believe we're in race number 4 for it later on tonight. And we will be at Williams Grove. And we're at Port Royal right now. I got them kind of confused. I went them backward. Actually, both of these tracks look the same. We were talking about that earlier. They resemble each other just a little bit.
Yeah, I think both tracks are right around a half mile long in the classic Martinsville / the classic oval shape, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where's Williams Grove at? Where's it at again?
I'm screaming Pennsylvania, but I'm sure that's not right. I'm sure they're both Pennsylvania tracks.
Really? Wow. Pennsylvania got all the tracks in it.
I can Google it real quick.
Green flag. While he's doing that, we got Stewart out front. He's definitely going to get the jump. And then Braswell Fields is going to go double side by side back behind them. And you got Toter, Butcham. They're 3 wide battling for second. Well, there's so much action going on. 4 wide beating the wall down. They're beating each other down, and then they're beating the wall too. Oh, still back trading paint. Look out. The 109 is in the middle. He's like the meat in the middle of a sandwich. He's getting smashed right now. Not being able to happen. Toter's on the outside. Boom again. There's the 109 into the wall. Toter gone. Nope. Okay.
He just got pushed off the track, said, see ya.
All right, we got a caution, but before that caution, I think that was James Korn, I believe. No, it wasn't Korn. Oh, it was Braswell. Okay.
And I did find where Williams Grove's at, and it is in Pennsylvania as well.
Oh, okay. So let's go back. The caution, I don't think came out for Braswell because he blinked and just disappeared. It happened after the fact. Okay, you see him right here. There's tagging, and all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. So I know that could not have been the caution. But then it says Dustin Lander crashed in the back. So let's go back here and see. Okay, there we go. Everybody checked up. Yeah, it looked like a little checkup from the front, and then they just all kind of like boom, boom, 40 in effect. So, yeah, Braswell, for some reason, when he hit the wall, his just kind of like blinked out.
And we saw that last week at Williams Grove, where drivers just got lifted up out of the track and reset themselves automatically. I'm sure that's what happened there.
Hey, look, Lance out there says Austin Sessions says he'll take the beer spot.
I'll buy you a 6-pack.
Yeah, there you go. Lance out there says, hey, well, the good thing about that is, man, Sessions, he's a pro driver. I need to get my name on one of these pro driver cars, man. Oh. That's one thing I've never been able to do. My logo, how hard enough to get my logo on a car.
Yeah.
Look, Brett,
I know.
I need some what do I need, Bryce? I need some marketing tips on how to get my logo on some of these cars out here. There we go.
Call the drivers.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brett don't have no problem getting it out there, man. I need Brett help. That's what I need.
You can sponsor my Xfinity car.
There you go. So,
There you go. Yeah.
what do you need, man? What do you need?
I have everything paid for, so I don't really need.
You need beer too?
Yeah, no, I got plenty of that.
You know what? I don't know if I could it might be against the law. See, I'm out of state, man. That'd be like bootlegging, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I mean, I could just send you
I
the
know- I know
money. You
you- I
go
know you
buy
can
it
bring
yourself.
beer.
There you go.
I know you can bring beer across state lines, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're
Can
paying
you
for
bring
someone
it
different
across?
state.
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. Can you bring it across? Because that would be technically bootlegging.
Well, if it's not a dry county, or if it's not a dry state, then yeah.
But that still would be
Prohibition's been
bootlegging.
over for almost 20 or almost
Well, no,
100.
but
It is
no,
100 years.
but you can't I don't know the laws. I'm just going off of back in Smokey and the Bandit days, man. And they
Right.
bootlegging, transferring beer across state lines. Man. Hey, they don't know it won't hurt them. How you go? But
There you go.
nobody, law enforcement, is watching the broadcast.
I live with an officer, so
Man, see, he done messed it all up. 6-pack.
whoever has that beer membership, DM me on Twitter at FastAction999s.
Yeah, Lance said 6-pack will work.
DM me on Twitter at FastAction999. We'll talk.
Yeah, there you go. We're going back green here. 8 laps into this one. Man, out front there in that 47 is looking good. He's got this Delaware restart happening. Derek Stewart, Austin Sessions. He's back in, looks like Austin is now going to be the man up in second with Jacob Fields there in third. Salter. So we know the leader always has the advantage on this restart, and he's going to take off. Behind these two, there's where the battle's going to start. And we've already seen some wild restarts, 3 and 4 wide back here.
Yeah, definitely. Green flag is back out. Stewart takes the early lead. Fields and Sessions are still single filed out. Sessions now takes the bottom line. Fields on the high line. 007 out of all black cars has the momentum as we see Sessions take second place.
Yeah, and we're riding here with Shane. He's got a good heads-up view of what's going on in front of him with that battle up there with Fields and Sessions. He sees Salter taking the high side over him, but right now Carey's behind him. If we look a little further back, look at this 3-wide mess happening. That's around about 10th place spot. Yarborough, Fuller, Selby, Buckingham. These guys are just ping-ponging off the wall, and when they do, it looks like that car's just a Bronco Bull. They're having their hands full. Yeah,
definitely. Also, the track right now is not that smooth. All these cars are bouncing and stuff. There's a big bump right now.
That.
In 1 and 2.
Who was that right there that just did that? Who was that? Yarborough? No, that wasn't Yarborough. Is it Yarborough? No. Selby, I believe. That car was like jumping.
Yeah, there's a big bump right now in 1 and 2.
All that. I mean, he came in there and that thing was just like hopping all over the track. You know that had to be a handful. Any driver, right there it is. You see it again. I mean, it's just a huge bump on that back stretch somewhere.
It definitely is. I wonder if that's a scan deal or how the track's laying out right now.
Who knows? I mean, that's got to be harsh as far as, even though these are open setups, you come across that definitely upset a car in a heartbeat. And we got caution.
I feel bad for motion rig people. I don't know if anyone has a motion rig in this, but
dude got high dollar. Dustin Lander, who it says, but we'll see here again. Oh, he had a little help from behind, and then hard in the wall.
Tell you what, if that was a NASCAR car, that car would have been done. But that's why I like these dirt cars. You can flip, barrel roll 10 times, and get back on 4 wheels and keep going.
Till they put the damage model in.
Right.
And they're gonna fly apart.
Like the sprint cars?
Yeah. You know what? I haven't seen one of those yet fly apart.
If you watched an Knoxville Nationals, you definitely did.
Yeah. The man out front, he has controlled this one all night long. Oh, Derek Stewart, loving it. And again, sometimes as a leader, you probably don't like cautions, but with this restart rule, I don't see where you wouldn't like this one. I mean, because one, you don't have anybody on your inside or outside. You're getting to control the field. It's almost like a single file start.
Yeah, but I think if I'm the leader, I would still want to keep going green. I don't want to be bunched up and have the risk of getting jumped or anything like that as well. Well, that's just me on the NASCAR side as well.
Well, yeah, NASCAR don't have these restarts ever.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll tell you, if they did, then I'd go back on to whoever was leading and be like, all right, hallelujah. Because it would be a huge advantage. I mean, and it is an advantage, whether it's dirt or if it would be asphalt. I mean, this right here, this here benefits the leader more than anything. Because he controls the pace of the start. Right there, he takes off. He ain't got to worry about nothing. And those guys behind him are going to all be side by side. What he's hoping is they battle it out for another lap or so, and he can get, far enough away from them and be okay. But right now, Sessions is trying to get away from Fields, and Fields says, but talk about how bumpy it is. Look at that back stretch right there. How the rear ends of them cars just bounce.
Yeah, it's like you can see those cars are bunny hopping like you would see on your little mountain bike when you were a kid. As you can see on the track right now for fourth and fifth on the track, Sean Haynes and Jason Salter still battling it out. Salter takes the bottom line. Looks like the top line is still a little bit of the better line. As we see, Haynes has the momentum into turn 1.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're trying that middle to low line, but it still looks like the high line's got the run coming off. As long as they don't get into that right there where the bumps are and get into the wall and kill all the momentum coming up. As we saw, Salter was able to make that pass, and Buchanan's falling all the way back. But I think those bumps definitely will affect more than it does anything here. As meanwhile, Stewart's still the man out front. A lot of the heavy racing's going on right here in the 6th, 7th, and 8th place spot. You see Buchanan's going to try on that inside. If those bumps get worse here as the race goes on, I think you're going to see more guys try that middle groove.
Yeah, definitely. Even with the bumps on the backstretch as well, you want to be toward the middle line of the track, have a little bit of space on either or side, the bottom and high side. I think the bumps right now is on the high side on the backstretch. So as we see the 31, Buchanan try to do a failed slide jump right there, but everyone's able to get, figured back out and straight. Brent Kay right now is thinking, what the heck? That was uncalled for.
Hey, I tell you, sometimes you got to thread the needle, and he did. Old Buchanan did, was able to make that move work. Now he's got Haynes on his inside. Let's see if Haynes does the same thing. Slide job up front, crisscross, back on the inside. Here comes Carey. He was able to make that move back. Here comes Fuller, though, behind them as he's trying on the inside. So you're able to make the slide job, but you lose so much momentum that the one guy's been able to do the crisscross. Here comes Carey back on him.
Yeah, Carey right now is on the high line. Excuse me, and Haynes right now is behind him. And Haynes right now, he's on that bottom line. Carey is starting the high line. The high line right now still has the momentum. As we see now, there's a battle. It's actually now they're going to get single fouled out.
Yeah, it's single file all the way up to the top field. It's the biggest battles happening right here. And you saw, man, Fuller, Carey, and Haynes, those three guys are just beating each other half to death.
Yeah, these drivers definitely are. They're trying to get everything out of these pro late models as they can. Ooh, a little bit of contact right there. Doesn't matter, though. Fuller.
Wasn't much of a contact. It almost threw that car to the infield. That just shows you how kind of on the edge and how unstable some of these cars are. That small of a contact and sends the car just that out of shape.
And it tells you how these cars are set up. I don't know much about dirt, but I can tell you one thing: these cars are very, very unstable.
Right, and you're right, and it's enough. I mean, just kind of give it a. We talk about Talladega, and as fast as those cars are, I remember years ago they talk about if you went out there, you almost could send one of those cars sideways. All you would have to do at speed is just take your hand and push the rear end of one of those cars. That's how light they are. Same thing here on the dirt. You can see these things hopping and jumping around. I mean, that rear end's awful light. Doesn't take much of contact to send these cars flying. As you can see right now, this top three, they're all single file on a freight train. You got Stewart, Fields, Sessions. Who's going to make the first move? You got Salter there too. Who's going to make that first move? But man, look how rough this track is. I think right now, Bryce, if you try to make the move, you might be out of shape.
Yeah, definitely, especially in turns 1 and 2. Turn 1 and 2 right now seem to be the worst of the turns. As we see the top 3 right now starting to get a little racy, but it doesn't matter though. Everyone is still getting make contact with the wall in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, right there you saw Fields actually get he got up there in that rough stuff and upset the car. He probably had to get out of the throttle. That let Sessions go around.
Leader got in trouble.
The wall. But I gotta say, it's not so much the drivers here, but this track is just treacherous.
Yeah, this track right now is testing these drivers' abilities right now. As we see on screen, we got Austin Sessions trying to chase down the leader of Derek Stewart. Jacob Fields behind second place of Austin Sessions. Jason Salter behind Jacob Fields in the 007. Just be a car slow on the backstretch.
Yeah, we've got Fields right here behind him. So this is your top 4. Salter's right there with him. A little bit on further back, you got Buchanan, who's kind of by himself, just minding his own business here in 5th place. Josh Fuller, he is up to 6. You get Carey's there, but they got a lot of breathing room. Haynes back in the 9th place. Another battle happening back here around 9th and 10th. Yarborough and Selby, but still up front. These top 4, nose to tail, and they're still battling each other. And I think it's more so the track than anything, but it's allowing Stewart to take off. And I'm noticing right there, it's kind of looks almost like an optical illusion a little bit. That is actually the wall that they are getting up into, but it looks like the cushion, the way it looks here. Definitely the wall.
Huh.
That's actually
That is
the
an
wall.
interesting
Look at it.
aspect. As we see the leader right now battling lap traffic. Lap traffic is
Yeah.
starting to come into effect. Will that slow down the leader of Derek Stewart? Will that allow Austin Sessions to come back up and chase him back down? Doesn't look, looks like that he's able to get past both. Excuse me. Sessions is able to get past the lap car as well. Same thing with Jacob Fields. And we got lap cars side by side ahead of the leader.
Yeah, this right here is where it gets a little dangerous for the leader as he sees these two guys side by side. He knows they got to get out of here, but threads the needle between them. That's an aggressive move.
It definitely is. He does not want to be trapped with these lap cars to allow the 20 of Austin Sessions to catch him. But now Austin Sessions has to get past the 2 lap cars. This is now that the things have turned. Now this is what Derek Stewart wants to see. But that's actually not what he wants to see. Is see the 20 passing both lap cars in turn 4.
Yeah, and I understand the lap cars here. You know, normally if you see the leaders get out the way, I see that those guys are battling with each other. The problem with it is we got a caution out. The problem with them battling like hard. Scarborough maybe around. Let's see what happened to him real quick, and he blinks. And maybe his blink again. Maybe another car got into him this time.
Is it slide? That failed.
Oh. Yeah, blinky.
Got back. He got into the back of the 46 due to blinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here is that blinking's going to tell. We're still watching here, but. Good 46 right there in front of him. Yep. Oh, he just.
Those.
And then the 46 went around back up. But you know we up here to these bumps. This track has been treacherous so far for all of them. We were talking about the lap cars there prior. As we're going to set to go back green, it's going to be a double file restart real quick. Those lap cars, they were battling for position, but still they need to know you got the leaders coming up on you that fast. You got to move out the way. I'm all for lap cars. If they're fast enough to stay with the leaders or in front, by all means race. But if the leader's coming that quickly, at some point, you got to let them go. You know, because that could have been really disastrous. Good heads-up job by everybody there, but hey, that is. Right now, green flag. Stewart gets a good jump. It's all Sessions, Fields, and Salter back here. So we got 5 to go.
As you see, the battle on screen right now is for that second position. Field right now is on the back end of Sessions. Looks like the slow run kind of on the same line, so run the high line. That allows Salter right now to enter the picture.
You know what? It's funny watching these. Cars bounce, bunny hop.
Ooh, big moment right there between Salter and Buchanan.
Fuller. Oh, Buchanan up in the wall, and he's still able to hold on to his position.
A good save by Buchanan. He needs to settle down as we're coming to 3 laps to go.
Right now, I mean, these cars are just bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, they're entering the turns. They're bouncing on the backstretch. They're bouncing out turn 4. They're bouncing. This track's really rough.
It is. You got Fuller right now as Stewart. He's got a comfortable lead with 2 to go. As long as he can maintain that, he looks good. Sessions now's got a little bit of breathing room over Fields. It's Salter's now the man back here who's got Fuller on his back end. The biggest battle back here, Buchanan, Carey, Hauser. That's for 6th, 7th, and 8th place spots. White flag's out.
Yeah, Derek Stewart got a little bit of incident right there in the turn number 1. He's able to get it out. And he's in the turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Derek Stewart wins tonight here at Port Royal.
Yeah, Port Royal, man's going to bring it home for Stewart. Sessions there in 2nd. Salter's going to hold on to 3rd. Good run. What a good finish for these guys. And Daniel Mills is the hard charger tonight. Didn't really talk much. So Mills came all the way up to 9th. If we can't get a good word in with a lot of these guys. Because, man, what a first race here tonight for these these gentlemen.
It definitely was a great race. You know, these pro late models, I don't know much about them yet, but for what I've seen the past 2 races with them, they put on great racing.
Yes.
You know, they keep the fields are always tight, and you know, you have these drivers that come down and race this one. They also go up and do the super late model, so you know they know what they're doing, and man, they put on great racing.
Yeah. Well, let's bring up third place, man. You want to get a word with him?
Sure.
All right. Jason Salter.
Jason Salter, this is Bryson Joe in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you were fast in your heat races. You were fast in your feature, and then now you're fast in the main. So how do you feel tonight?
The car felt really good. It was kind of sucked. It was one line around the top like it was, but man, it was rough and made for some very interesting moments there throughout the race.
Yeah, most definitely. But man, that paint scheme looks really good on track. And so the track seemed to get a little bumpy right there toward the end of the race. Did it feel like that to you?
Oh yeah, we were flying all over the place. Like you go in there and you see the car in front of you bouncing off the ground, and when we got to them lap cars, they were also bouncing all over the place. And the caution kind of come out in a good time because me and Fields, I know for sure, we're like, we don't really know where to go with these cars, but it worked out and had a good run out there on the last lap and got around field. I really expected it to be a drag race at that day. I don't know how close it was, but it was pretty close.
Yeah, it most definitely was. Do you have any sponsors, setup shops you want to shout out tonight?
I'd like to thank my team, D1RT and Rocket eSports, all the guys over there that support us and keep us going. DQ Speed, all the things he's doing to help us over there. Go Designs, Base Racing Fuel, Easy One Power. You guys for broadcasting, and Wotel for having the league for us to run at.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your third place finisher of Jason Salter.
And it did an outstanding job tonight. Well, let's bring up our second place man, Austin Sessions. I'll let you get a word with him.
All right. Austin Sessions, this is Bryson Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, you're battling in the top 3 all night long. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I started out bad in qual, worked my way through. This is a track everybody's just going to fight for the high side. So one lap, I started 8th, went to the bottom, found my way up to 2nd doing that.
Yeah, well, you definitely were one of the faster cars out there. Do you think you have anything, if one more caution came out, did you think you had anything for Stewart?
Yeah, I think so. I was figuring out 1 and 2 a little more. It's getting rougher and rougher, and I saw Stewart was making little mistakes, but he was quick all night.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the track was getting really rough tonight. Did that make you change up your racing line at all?
No, not at all. I'd rather it be rough. I can throw it in there wide open, and it'd hold.
Well, I appreciate the insight for when I do my next race. But do you have any sponsors and setup stops you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Mid-South Mafia. I want to thank NRA, CFM, Youngblood Graphics, and everything. Everybody watching, you guys.
Well, we appreciate the kind words. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your second place finisher of Austin Sessions.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sessions out there doing an outstanding job running up here. Well, let's bring up here this guy. He's the hard charger of Mills here tonight. Daniel, Joy, the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you hard charged it out there tonight, able to get up to, I believe it's 9th place spot. How was the track? I mean, that place looked bumpy out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rough when you got that many cars on the track doing that many laps. It can get pretty beat in and pretty slick. How
was you feeling coming through the field? I mean, was it easy to pass, or is it a harder place to pass?
Yeah, it's a weird track, like most of the time it's bang the boards. I didn't do myself any justice tonight. I hit the wall both times in qualifying, and so set myself real deep. Ended up getting the last transfer in the B main, but we just stuck it to the fish, tried to miss the wrecks. That was the biggest thing. Missed all the wrecks tonight, and was able to just kind of maneuver our way up towards the front.
Man, like you said, you hard charged it up there, had a good finish. You got anybody you want to thank for one?
Yeah, man, I'd like to thank House of Speed Setups, Dylan and his crew, man. We put in a lot of work, and he's put in a lot of work with me. I used to not be this fast, and so a lot of kudos to him and what he does. Cocky Floyd Designs, X Factor, my wife for letting me race. So yeah, man, all those people.
There you go, hard charger tonight. Daniel Mills pulling out all the stops. Well, this guy, Derek Stewart, he had the field covered. Derek, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, I got to ask, you know, we were talking about earlier in the race about the cautions. With the way that the restart setup is here, do you mind the cautions or would you rather it go green?
Well, I feel like the cautions helped me a lot because I'd get in the water once while they'd run me down. And when the caution would come out, it'd let me calm down and get back focused where I could actually hit my marks again. So I feel like the caution really helped me.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had it locked down tonight. Port Royal, one of your favorite tracks?
And it's up there with some of them.
Awful bumpy tonight. Was that affecting your setup any out there?
Oh, yeah, I kind of learned a different line to run down the back straightaway. I could tell that when Jacob was behind me, he'd run me down a little bit when I was running through the ruts. So I tried to move a car below the ruts, and my car seemed to, like the attitude of it was a lot better.
Like you just said, man, the attitude of it tonight's win, and you definitely put it in the winner's circle. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank Slam Sim Sports, Victory Speed Shop, On-Site Solutions, Stewart Farms, Very Right Race Cars, just my friends and my family, and y'all for putting the race on.
Well, there you go. Winner tonight on the Pro Lates, Derek Stewart here. Well, Bryce, man, I tell you, we're going to turn it over here because we got the Pro, this was the Pro Lates, but we got the Supers coming up here next at 9 o'clock. Folks, don't go anywhere, but man, what a race it was.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, Port Royal puts on great racing. You know, I watched the real life race here on Dirt Vision a couple months ago, and yeah, it's a great track, and it's good on iRacing as well. So looking forward to what the Supers have at Williams Grove. Well, folks, like I say, 9 o'clock, top of the hour here. We're going to be right back here in just a few for the Wotel here tonight. Miller Family eSports Trucking Series. Everybody, have a good night.